Hello, welcome to Week 11. This is Edith. I took care of my patient last week, Tuesday. My patient is a 54-year-old Caucasian male who presented to the office that day voluntarily for a routine medication review. When asked how the patient was doing, he stated that he was more depressed than when we last seen him about 4 weeks ago. When asked what was going on, he said that his son got married about 3 weeks ago, and he's not sure if his son is ready to be a husband. So that one of his stressors. He is also a farmer, and he said because of the rain, about last week, he's not sure what his crop's gonna be like. So these are his stressors. Okay, a little background on my patient. He's the only child for his parents. His parents are married, happily married. He said he had a good childhood. He did not have any siblings, but he hung out with his cousins, and they were always busy around. Patient currently manages his farm, his father's farm, and he's a coordinator for the Farmer Association, he says. All right, that's enough for background. We'll now go to the mental status exam for this patient. Patient appearance appropriate. He well dressed and groomed, and dressed appropriately for the weather. He described his mood as somewhat depressed, and his affect is congruent with his mood, depressed. Like I said, he's here admitted to being depressed. He denied mania. He said he has some anxiety with occasional heart palpitation. He denied hallucination or delusion. He said his memory has been intact, no trouble with his temper, speech is intact and concrete. He is alert and oriented times 3. He has good insight about what's going on with him. He denied any suicidal thought or any intention to hurt himself. He said sleep had been off and on. He said for the most part, he had been sleeping like 6 hours most nights. He said he had been eating good, and sometimes he thinks he's been overeating because of his stress. Activity, he's a farmer, so he's always working on the farm, and he takes a walk with his wife at least 2 times a week, he said. Okay, now we'll go to the DSM-5 ISIS. ISIS 1, patient has major depressive disorder, reoccurring episode moderate. ISIS 2, I would deferred. ISIS 3, patient has chronic back pain. ISIS 4, patient has the psychomotor environmental factors. Patient is doing good. He has been married for 22 years to a high school sweetheart. They have 2 children. He lives next door to his family. He manages his father's farm, and he's the coordinator for the farmer in the community. He's very involved with his community. Money-wise, he said they are doing well. ISIS 5, the global assessment functioning, I would give this patient 96. My differential diagnosis for the patient would be general anxiety, secondary to his back pain, and he's worried about his farm. Okay, what would be the plan for this patient? Before we go to the plan, this patient has his medication. He has bupropion 150 milligram daily, hydralazine 25 milligram TID, PRN for anxiety, dilacetin 30 milligram BID. Okay, for the plan, we'll continue all the medication except the hydralazine, which will DC, and then a new order for 50 milligram instead of 25 for anxiety. And also my references are this Shows Prescriber Guide 7th edition 2021, and then the American Association Mental Diagnostic Statistical Manual 2013. Thank you. Have a great day.